Hi all, welcome to our Serie potential upgrade video. Hopefully you enjoy this like the other upgrade videos that we've covered. So if you could smash the links would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. And remember to hit that notification bell so you know when uploads are up on the channel, and obviously helps me out massively as well. So some nice cards to look forward to in terms of upgrades. Juventus I think are going to get a heavy possible focus on this, which I apologise in advance, but Chesney maybe a +1 or +2. He's kind of been the more consistent of the two between him and Perrin, so I think he might get a little upgrade. Where it affects the informs, I would imagine it just might if it's say a +2, but all time will tell regardless. I think Acerbi been very consistent for Lazio. I think at least a +1 for him, and I can't see much more, but time will tell. Cancelo maybe an 83 now, maybe an 83, at least up 82. I think he was brought in as like a deputy for De Siglio, but he's kind of made right back his own, shown by 2 informs. So I think he might go up at least +1, maybe even a +2 at very maximum. One of the most consistent defenders in the league, despite their position, is Fiorentina's Pizzella. Going on what I've seen of his stats, he has been very consistent, very impressive. And I would say a +1 or a +2 is merited for him. Where it happens or not is a different matter, but I feel he is worthy of an upgrade. Alexandro may or may not happen. I'm saying a +1 for him. I can't see much more, but Juventus, regardless, I think should get ample informs. It's more a case of who receives them. Like for example, I've put Pjanic in, but it wouldn't surprise me if Bentancur gets one. So keep your eyes peeled with that. Rodrigo De Paul, I've put his inform in by mistake, but I apologise. But even then, obviously he has earned an inform, but his upgrade I think could go quite decently for Udinese. Like a couple of the Udinese players may merit upgrades, but De Paul seems to be the standout one. Gaston Ramirez used to be highly sought after in England when he was in Southampton and all that kind of trade. And even at Middlesbrough, but since coming back to Italy, like for Sampdoria, he's been consistent the last couple of seasons, and I think he might be getting a +1 or a +2 upgrade. Pjanic, as I said earlier when it was on Alexandro, a +1 potentially for him. He always seems to be very consistent in midfield, and where that affects it would affect his informs and UCL card they would go to an 88, and his new base card would be an 87. Callahan I think would go up +1. I would imagine Suso as well would be the one that might also be considered for a right wing upgrade. Suso may go +1 or +2 respectively. Then someone like Mandzukic, who's been kind of consistent in a striking role, might go up to an 85. I can't see him going much higher, but then again he may not get an upgrade. I'm just it's a possibility. And then it would obviously affect all his special cards potentially, like his Scream card and informs. Gomez as well, he's just kind of always been very consistent, but necessarily get given the upgrade. It may get given to Ilicic, for example. He might go up +1 instead. But goalkeepers, Donnarumma and Strakosza look also well merited for upgrade. Donnarumma maybe +1, Strakosza possibly +2. You could also consider Cragno and Olsen for upgrades, like Olsen maybe +2 and Cragno of the same. But all of these would go up quite nicely. I think the only one that may see any change to like the special cards could be Strakosza. The reason why I'm saying maybe +1 or +2 is that he seems to always be very consistent, and he's kind of made the Lazio #1 his own now. It wouldn't surprise me if he makes the Albanian #1 his own very soon as well. But Romagnoli, another one very consistent in defence, one of the brighter AC Milan this season, probably a +1 could be merited for him. As we said earlier, Suso, when we mentioned him with Callahan, I would imagine a +1, at the very highest a +2. He's got 2 informs to bag, and I think if he was to go up +2, then obviously his informs would be affected respectively. the first inform would become an 86 and the second inform would become an 87, or at least that is my interpretation of the inform upgrades. Duvan Zapata, at least a +1, maybe even a +2 for him. Being very impressive for Atalanta as well. Same with Ilicic, so that's kind of why, like between Zapata, Gomez and Ilicic, the three of them may all experience upgrades, or two of them, or maybe only just the one. So keep your eyes peeled with that. Milik, gotten over his injury crisis at Napoli, and maybe a +2 could be happening for this guy. At least a +1, but going on some of the upgrades I'm seeing, +2 could be what he deserves. And we'd give him a healthy boost at that, and I'm sure he got +1 from last year, so +2 would not surprise me. Caputo, +2, +3 for him, being very consistent since being promoted with Empoli, and wouldn't surprise me if he does not, if he potentially gets nabbed either in January or the summer. Definitely deserving. As we said earlier, Cragno, another goalie that could get an upgrade. Obviously, Cagliari have a few players that have been touted to go to bigger teams, like Barella for example. So, but Cragno has deserved an inform this year, but an upgrade is a start. Then on to the silvers and all that, as we're saying, the Parma could experience quite a few upgrades when I've looked at their team, like from their goalies to their defenders, even their mids and forwards could all experience respective upgrades, maybe even touching into from silvers to golds. Then Caprari, another one that looks like going from a silver to a gold, and another bright note in Sampdoria's season. I think he would probably go +2 or +3. I can't see him going much higher, despite the contributions that he has made for them this season. As I said, Olsen, very consistent in Europe and in the league. Challenged Morante very well as a goalie, and I think a +2 or even a +3 for him could happen. And I would say that would be well deserved, and obviously it improves his UCL base card. But the inform I can't see being affected unless he was to go to 78. Then I believe the inform would become an 82. Then Piatek, if you're not including Piatek and your upgrade something is far wrong. The guy was super consistent at the start of the season, and I still believe he's like the second or third top goal scorer in the league. I would say a +7, maybe even a +8 upgrade for him. He genuinely doesn't. He shouldn't be a silver. He might be about a 77, 78 from the upgrades, and it wouldn't be surprised at all. He's been very consistent, very impressive, and I would say it could be a nice upgrade for him. Well, hopefully you find this useful. As always, folks, let me know in the comments down below who else I might merit an upgrade in the Serie A. Smash like as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter @GIsALegend. Take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later.